Hi, hello, my name is Cummings Joseph. I hope you've all been having a great day so far. Welcome back to another True Crime Tuesdays video. If you are new, I welcome you. Before I discuss today's case, I'd like to mention my Christian suspense book series titled Never As It Seems. The first book in the series is available on Amazon and you can read it on any device on the Kindle app. But you can also get it for free if you have Amazon Prime. The link will be in the description box below if you're interested. Today, I'll be discussing a requested case of the unsolved disappearance of Haleigh Cummings. Researching this case was very tricky for me. The information I got felt all over the place, so I did my best to put everything in a certain order. Overall, no matter, despite how complicated this case is, it is a very sad case because a little girl vanished basically out of nowhere. It's been over a decade since her disappearance, and there are still a lot of unanswered questions. Now, I encourage you all to do your own research with this case and not to just look at my video for all of the information. Here we go. Haleigh Cummings was born on August 17, 2003, in Satsuma, Florida, to parents Ronald Cummings and Crystal Sheffield. Now, I'm not sure when, but Haleigh's parents eventually broke up, and later on in life, Ronald dated a 17-year-old girl named Missy Crosland. I believe Ronald was 19. At least I hope he was when he was dating a 17-year-old girl. Haleigh did have a little brother. She was known to have a very bright smile. She was known as sassy, a girl who lit up the room, adorable, a burst of energy, wonderful, a daddy's girl, and she loved playing with her toys, especially like toy makeup, and she loved hanging out with friends after school. On February 10th, 2009, Haleigh is 5 years old at this time. Early, really early that morning, Ronald was working, and that meant that he had to leave Haleigh and her little brother with his girlfriend Misty. So, pretty much all of a sudden, there's this 911 call that Misty made claiming that Haleigh had disappeared. She claimed that Haleigh was gone and that the mobile home's door, to be specific, the mobile home's back door was wide open. After the police were notified, there was this huge search. Now, with Haleigh, missing, her family is clearly devastated, and the community was very supportive. According to Misty, Haleigh slept next to her alongside Haleigh's little brother and claimed that some man must have taken Haleigh. Now, as for me personally, I'm a very light sleeper. And in my opinion, someone will have to be a very deep sleeper to not realize that someone is walking into your house and taking your child while you're right next to them. According to Misty, she woke up and had to go to the bathroom, but when she made a police report, she said that she got up to get a drink. Now, not Haleigh, I'm sorry, Misty. Misty seems to be doing some back and forth because one time she says Haleigh slept by her, then all of a sudden Haleigh slept on the floor by herself. So Misty is pretty much being inconsistent. And because of these inconsistencies, the police were kind of giving Misty the side eye. And, later on, people in Haleigh's family would be suspicious of Misty as well. Now, the police, because of Misty's, confusing statements, they looked into it more and they realized that the door wasn't forced open at all. Misty claimed innocence, and Ronald stood by his woman and spoke out of turn. Sorry, she is not a woman, she is 17 years old. I meant he stood by his girl. Reporters continued to ask questions, and Misty and Ronald didn't want to share anything, which is kinda odd to me because most parents want to shed as much spotlight on their missing child as much as possible in order to find them. Months after Haleigh's disappearance, Misty, who was already married to Ronald, was faced with drug trafficking charges. Now, I believe they divorced shortly after. I think that they divorced shortly after because I know that their that their marriage didn't really last that long. So, as Misty was charged with drug trafficking charges, Ronald was charged with the same thing as well. So, Ronald was pretty much sentenced to 15 years. Misty was sentenced to 25 years. Here is what I definitely don't understand. I do not get how your baby's missing and you decide to spend so much energy living this trap life instead of finding your daughter. And like I just need you, like I need some clarification, like make it make sense. Okay, let's go ahead and like rewind a bit. So when Misty was arrested, when she was first charged, the police saw this as an opportunity to interview her about Haleigh's disappearance. And according to the police, Misty gave indication to having her two brothers get involved with Haleigh's disappearance. There was this mention of this key location, like a boat ramp. So the police, they go to this boat ramp, they looked into it, but found absolutely nothing. After the search, Misty told the police that she saw her brothers take Haleigh out of the house. I don't know what to think about it. All I'll have to say is that I sure would not want Misty as a sister after hearing this entire mess. Now, honestly, like, I really don't know what to believe. With this case comes theories. So, one theory, certain people in the family believe that, some creepy man who lived in a trailer nearby kidnapped Haleigh. So, this prompted police to look into the different sex offenders around the area, but they found nothing on them in relation to Haleigh's disappearance. Now, there's this other guy named Joe Overstreet who is Misty's cousin, and I don't understand what is with her family being full of sketchy people, but the police found nothing on Misty's cousin either. Now, the police believe that Haleigh is no longer with us, but her family believes that Haleigh is still alive. What do you believe happened to Haleigh? Do you think she's alive or not? Feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section. Now, if Haleigh's alive, she'd be like 17 and like 18 in a few more months. And she was robbed of growing up with a family who loved her. Even though her parents seemed a bit iffy to me, I did see that people in the family desperately miss her and long for her safe return. I do pray for the family, and I pray that they get the answers that they've been searching over 10 years for. The God that I serve, the God of the Bible, is an all-seeing God, and he knows exactly where Haleigh is. I thank you all for taking the time in the day to watch this video. If you did like this video, please feel free to hit the like button. Once again, if you have any thoughts on this case, please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comments section. If you'd like to see more videos from me, feel free to hit the subscribe button and click the bell to be notified about the next video. If there's a certain true crime case that you'd like me to cover, go ahead and let me know. I will see y'all for the next True Crime Tuesdays, and I will talk to y'all later.